Well, I met him in the mid-1970s when he came to my laboratory to do a sabbatical year. Um, it was arranged that he would come to my lab, and I was just told that he was an Italian and occasionally liked to burst into operatic song. So what he wanted to do was learn immunology. And so he came to McGill. He was at the University of Sherbrooke at the time and had his laboratory. He had his technician with him, and I had running my laboratory with my technician, etc. And we would get together and devise what kind of experiments we felt we should do to study whether we could improve the functioning of the immune system by dietary means. Dr. Bounous, you see, was expert in nutrition, and I provided the immunology know-how, and between the two of us, we were able to devise our experiments. He was very nice to work with. He used to come to my house quite often if we wanted to write a paper or get a grant written, and would take my children out to restaurants and things like that. So he was very nice to work with and an interesting person. Well, our idea, the idea that Dr. Bounous and I had, was that could we improve the functioning of the immune system by altering either the amino acid or protein content of the diet. We started off looking at using different ratios of amino acids, and found we got some results, and we actually published them, but they weren't terribly interesting. However, in this work, we set up a very sensitive assay for measuring small changes in immune reactivity. And one day, Dr. Bounous received a sample of a specially prepared whey protein isolate, which came from a European company he'd worked with. And so we thought, well, perhaps we would try this protein in the assay system that we had developed. So we fed the mice this whey protein or a placebo, and we found, to our surprise almost, and certainly to our delight, that this protein enabled the mice to make an immune response which was 5 times greater than that seen in the control mice. We then also tried all other dietary proteins, but it was only the whey protein isolate that gave this surprising result.